necessarily captain saying.
Okay, that's fine. Alright, everybody hit your F button, make sure you don't fly. Okay. Raiders, heads or tails?
Heads.
Alright, I gotta do that again. Alright, heads it is.
We will kick it to the football.
Alright. Captains, register your players.
Can you give me one?
Veronica?
Honey, I have someone
Get on
already
your side
rendered.
of-
I'm trying to get them all rendered.
Oh, okay. Oh, can you reverse that?
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the UFL field. This
Veronica, did you get
is
them?
Monday Night Football and the Pulse game of the week, Raiders against the Mustangs. I'm Matt Assadar, soon to hopefully be joined by Tom Box. We are your entertainment this evening as well as the game
Veronica,
that
are you
is in
good to
front of
go?
us, and Tom is on his way. Both teams are out
It wasn't Veronica.
on the field. Mustangs are in their home
It was Jazzy.
orange tops,
Jazzy that
black
was
bottoms.
rendering people.
Raiders in their all
Oh,
white.
okay.
Raiders won the toss,
Sorry.
have deferred to the
Sorry.
second half. We are 1 minute away from kickoff.
Love you.
The Pulse
Bye,
game of the week.
Kelly.
This is the first week that we have actually named a game of the week. Really looking forward to this closely contested matchup, and two teams that are going to be vying right up there with the Titans for a top spot in their respective
Okay.
conferences. It's going
David, it
to
says
be an
go.
exciting game, back and forth. We've seen a lot more blowouts up to this point in the season than even I have expected. I do not anticipate this to be one of those games tonight. We said on Thursday night that if you are new to UFL football, or if you want to introduce somebody to football here in Second Life, this is the marquee matchup of the weekend. You want to get your friends out here to see. The ball is now in play. Mr. Michael Slate will be kicking off for the Raiders. Back deep for the Mustangs, we have Blaze Vela in the middle. Dangerous returner as always. Ball is off. Kick is up. It's going down the right side. Skips over out of bounds. It's going to be a touchback. The ball is going to come out to the 20-yard line. But a lot of conversation about which way the Mustangs going to go in terms of their quarterback play. And right now they're going with Mr. Blaze Vela. I believe that is the correct choice for this team with the amount of weapons that they have. Dexter Fredericks and Big Mikey Turbo are going to be your receivers on the left. Staples, Marlowe, and Kent Voss to your right. Veronica, Kat, and Jace
On the other
are your
side, in the
offensive
bump
line,
box.
tasked with keeping Jazzy, Drad, Cheese, and Billy Dangles off of Blaze's back. Have a Raider running across the field. Play clock has run down. Delay a game. I don't know if they put the ball, paused it or not. Raiders had a player running across the field. A really good matchup, like we said. Snap. Blaze is going to roll over to the left side. Got a wall of blockers out in front. Looking for a block. He's going to cut up inside to the 25 to the 30. Cut inside, back outside to the 30. Cross the 35. Get to the 37-yard line. Picks up 17 yards. First play from scrimmage. A simple boot out over to the left side. Gets to the sideline. A wall of blockers out in front. About 4-on-1. And Jazzy was unable to hold her ground. Blaze cut inside of some really good blocks there by Kat and Veronica. Picks up 17 yards to start the game. Blaze comes back out. Snaps, rolls over to the right, bounces around, back at the 30, cuts back inside, back outside, and he is taken down by Cheese Quicksand. Sack on the play, loss of 9 yards. Going to bring up 2nd down and 19. The Mustangs at the 27-yard line. Really good job of just holding their positions on the outside, forcing Blaze to dance around, occupying his eyes, and then picking them up when they have the opportunity. That's what the Raiders are going to have to do with Blaze. He's a very dangerous runner. They're going to have to contain him and bring him down when they have the opportunities. Snap, he's going to roll out to the left side. Got some room out in front. He's going to push up. Really good block on the edge again. He's going to cross the 30, back to the 35. A great block on the edge and move up right down the sideline, just short of the 50 to the 49-yard line. Picks up 22 yards. Tiptoeing down the sideline. If he would have been able to stay in, we would still be talking about Mr. Blaze Villa running down the left side, and that would have been a score. The running game very effective for the Mustangs here early on, and like we said, Blaze is dangerous with the ball in his hand. Snap, fakes to the right, cuts back to the left, dances inside, back outside, swallowed up and taken down by Cheese again. 2 sacks for the Raiders on this drive, both coming from Cheese. Loss of 5 yards. Going to bring up 2nd down and 15 for the Mustangs. 44-yard line. Really good job there. Occupying the blockers, and the entire defensive line of the Raiders was able to make their way inside, playing a containment now. Goes over to the right, dancing around, looking for somebody, dropping back, gets around the edge again, and taken down 2 times in a row. This time by Jazzy. Loss of 10 yards on the play. Going to bring up 3rd and very long, 25 yards. They're going to get back up quick to the line. They're going to go trips to the left. Expect this ball to be put up in the air. Have yet to see a pass attempted in the game. Blaze was trying to, but was wrapped up and taken down as soon as he was getting ready to get the ball off. Snap, rolls to the left, gets to the side, dances around, throws it up the sideline. 1-on-1, come back, and it's going to be incomplete. All the receivers, 2 receivers, 1 Raider. No one came down with it. Very poorly played ball in the air by both teams. The ball falls to the turf. It's going to bring up 4th down and 25. Wonder here if they elect a punt or maybe just toss it up deep down the field, treat it like a punt. But I would do what they're doing right here. Going to punt the ball away. Blaze lines up. Back deep for the Raiders will be Helmet and Jazzy. The kick is up right down the middle of the field. Good bounce right between both of them. Goes out the back of the end zone. Ball's going to come out to the 20-yard line. And with that, Jazzy and the Raiders start their first drive of the game. Trips to the left. Syke, Cosmo, and Michael to the left. Snipe and Diego to the right. Running a player in late. Billy, Cheese, Aria, your offensive lineman. The Jazzy number 24 is your quarterback. Snap, rolls over to the left. That's back to the right. Got Veronica high on her tail. Going to try to get it up. Cannot do so. Taken down. Loss of 15 yards. Great penetration off the right side, off the left side, excuse me, by Veronica. Both her and Kat were able to get right around Billy, take Jazzy down. One play, 15 yards the wrong way. Snap. Gonna head over to the left again. Cut back around. Got a player in her face. Throws the ball up. And it's gonna fall short across the middle. Really close to being taken down for a safety. Greg right in Jazzy's face. And early, the offensive line of the Raiders showing some problems. Veronica, Kat, Greg, and Staples of the defensive line. They're going to pin their ears back here on 3rd and long and try to get the safety. Snap, throws it out, screen over toward the side. Pass is going to be incomplete. Trying to throw over to the flat, miscommunication. Ball falls to the turf, and it's going to be a quick 3 and out for the Raiders, and they're going to line up and go for it. They're going to toss this ball up and see what happens. The only thing that I worry about here is that Jazzy has been really close to getting sacked in the end zone. If that happens here, it's going to be 2 points and the ball for the Mustangs. Snap's going to dance around, going to make her way outside. Good block on the edge by Billy on Veronica. Going to work her way to the side, going to toss the ball across the middle. Everybody in the world's there, and it's going to be intercepted by Blaze. So act just like a punt, but good field position. It's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Mustangs. The ball sitting at the 42.5-yard line. So Blaze, this troops up ready at the line, ready to roll. 3 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Snap, and Blaze is going to go left. He's going to push up. He's going to back out. He's going to dance around at the 50. Get around. Really good blocking right now by the Mustangs. Good pursuit on the backside by Billy. Breaks outside of it. Blaze has got a receiver coming back down the sideline, and a great catch by Dex. Turns up, taken down by Michael Slate. Nice comeback route on the left sideline. Good pass by Blaze back short left side. He was rolling toward the right. Picks up 17 yards. And the Mustangs making their way down into enemy territory. 3 receivers to the right. Receivers to the left. Blaze taking his time here. Snap rolls out to the right. Typically going to go to the wide side of the field. Cuts back into the middle. Back at the 40. Billy's in his face. Dropping around. Really good containment. Throws it up to the corner. Going to be a one-on-one. And it is caught. And taken in by Kent Voss. 26-yard touchdown. Nice little throw up toward the pylon, one-on-one, and Kent came down with it, and just like that, the Mustangs take the lead. 6-0, extra point pending. Really good play right there. Good individual effort. It really was just a throw up deep down the field. Raiders defense didn't really rotate back to it. Kent was able to outmuscle the defender on the play for the score. Tackled in the end zone. One of the bugs in the new field. 26-yard touchdown. Blaze is going to line up here for the kick. With 5:01 to go in the first quarter of play, Mustangs get on the board first. Mustangs get on the board. Touchdown pass. Front right corner of the end zone from Blazeville to Kent Voss. Talk about the weapons that the Mustangs have. I don't think that Kent Voss is necessarily one of the names that we throw out. We look up and down the roster. Right there, he lets you know that he's a name you need to pay attention to. One-on-one, big chance for both teams. Ball in the air. Kent able to come down with it. Really good play by the Mustangs. So with 4 minutes, 59 seconds to go in the first quarter, Mustangs take the early lead, 7-0. Over the Raiders. Now Blaze is going to line up, and he's going to kick the ball off. Jazzy in the middle. Michael up the right side. Kicks a little short. Going up the right to the 30. Cuts back inside to the 35. Looking for some blocks. Dancing around. Squeezes through a tight hole. Gets to the 20. Picks up 24 yards. Gets to the 38-yard line. That's where the Raiders are going to start this drive. 3 receivers to the left. 2 receivers to the right.
Hello, Madamus.
Hello, Mr. Tom Box. Welcome.
Danke.
Roll over toward the left, cut back over to the right, and plenty of room to run. Going to pull up to the 40, to the 45, cut inside, and good open field tackle by Staples. Picks up 8 yards, and with that, we welcome Mr. Tom Box to the game, showing up late as usual.
Well, you know, Sith happens.
Well, you know, do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Snap's going to roll over toward the left, dance around. Gray's coming down the backside, backs way up, throws the ball across the field into traffic, and Dex comes down with it. Plays you just can't make a throw up across the middle. Really good read by Dex. Great break on the ball. Intercepts it. There were 2 Raiders in the area, but neither reacted quickly enough. And like that, Mustangs get the ball back at the 45-yard line, looking to extend the lead.
Down, set, hike.
Blaze snaps. He's going to take it right up the middle. Gets close to the 50 to the 48.5-yard line. Picks up 4 yards before Billy's able to bring him down. Down and 6. Tom, good.
Yep, I am. I'm in. Just need a TP.
Down, set,
Don't have a
hike.
landmark.
Oh well, yeah, I do. Hold on, I can just type that in manually.
Blaze is going to
that'll
dance
work.
around on the right side. He's being closed in. A great job right there by the Raiders defensive line. Blaze was given no room, and when you're running around like that, it's really hard to get in a mouse looking to make that pass, and Blaze was unable to do so. That's what you have to do a lot of the times with these quarterbacks is just, get them rattled, keep them bottled in, don't give them that opportunity. And just like that, Cheese
Down,
comes up with his
set,
3rd
hike.
sack of the game, loss of 8 yards. Right now, 3rd down and long. Snap rolls over to the left, cuts back inside, still working to the left. He's going to be, pass across the middle. And Snipe with the interception. Really good job there. I thought that he might have gotten sacked, but the ball did get out in time. And the helmet was right there. Tackled by Staples. But just like that, swap possessions. The Raiders are back in business. 3 minutes, 14 seconds ago. Jazzy snap rolls to the left. Waiting for a block. Doesn't get it. Throw across the middle. Right in the middle of 3 Raiders. Nobody able to come down with it. Kind of in a triangle, and the ball just skips right through all of them. Helmet, Diego, and I think Mike way over there. Snap. Rolls to the left again. No real blocks on the left side. Finally gets one. Backs over toward the right. Got a little bit of room to run. Cuts inside and going to be tackled. Picks up 3 yards, though, for Staples. Brings Jazzy down. So it's going to be 3rd down and 7.
I am just waiting for everything to res in so I can actually see.
Trips to the left. They're probably going to be we know that from watching the Raiders that their big play threat really so far this season has been Mike. I expect the ball to maybe be going his way on this play. Snap. Good block on the outside by Billy. Quick throw over to the edge. Come back by Syke. Just like that, 13 yards before Blaze is able to get to him. Crosses the 50. Mustangs territory to the 47-yard line. Quick strike. Really good job. Great block on the edge by Billy. Allowed Jazzy to get around to the outside. Like a nice back shoulder throw to Syke, and good job on the reaction.
Alrighty, now I can say, and there's one thing that you can't take away from from the other receivers on the Raiders. Snipe is definitely one out there, one man to actually watch. Just as the ball goes to him on the right-hand side with a 3-yard pickup, 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Got 3 yards out of a play that most people would probably get 0.
Absolutely.
Just his ability to move in tight spaces. Snap's going to roll to the left, going to back out, looking for a receiver. Got to cross the middle. Good adjustment by Snipe again. Call his name, and he shows up. 12 yards.
Absolutely. I say his name, he catches and goes.
Before Marlowe brings him down. Going to be 1st down and 10 for the Raiders at the 32-yard line. A little bit of momentum now after the interception. Offense was really stagnant. Offensive line starting to settle in, get their blocks, not seeing as much pressure on Jazzy as we saw. Throw across the middle for the intended receivers. Intercepted by Jace. Going for Mike. Looked open for a second, but we know the deeper the ball's thrown down the field, the more time the defense has to react. That was
Absolutely.
just a case of the ball getting up a little bit too late and a little bit short. They were able to recover and get back for the interception. That's what you didn't want right there, though, because you're in field goal range. You had 3 points on the board. And just like that, you walk away with nothing. So
Down, set,
Blaze going
hike.
back to work. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Snap. Fakes right, goes left. Veronica could
take
not
it
get the
down pretty
block on
quickly.
Billy. Gains no yards. It's been a really fast-moving game. It's been it's like touchdown, interception, no
I guess
break.
I could look and see what the score is.
It's
7-0.
7-0.
Okay.
Down,
But we both know that these two teams, they go pretty quick tempo. Blade's going to
Oh,
take up
absolutely.
the middle, dance around. Nice move. Picks up 8 yards.
And when your back is against that end zone, you are very limited on what you can do, especially with this Raider defense rushing in. You have got to make a move, and you've got to make it fast.
Yep. Now, 3rd down and 2. I think the shortest third down opportunity that the Mustangs have had to this point. Really
There's a
long.
snap, rolling right, rolling left.
Billy
got
had
some
a
blocks on
free
Billy.
shot. Really good play right there, and Blaze is going to take it off, rolling up the left side, runs out of bounds.
Plenty of room to run there on the left-hand side. He takes the run and is going to pick up 16 yards on that. So getting far away from the end zone, giving him some room to work so he can drop back and get his pass. But that left side containment on the Mustangs left side kind of failed with the Raiders and just gave Blaze plenty of room to get out and move.
Third commentator, Killy, has joined us. Yes, Killy, you can.
Oh yeah, Killy. I've given Killy open tickets to join us in the booth. Oh, and a sack as Blaze is moving around and dancing around.
I think
It's
that
going
is
to be a
the
loss of 6 yards.
5th sack so far for the Raiders. 3 for Cheese. I think 1 for Jazzy and Brad throwing his name right there.
Oh Jesus!
Fuck's sake, Tom.
Apparently he says, "Oh my God."
So we just entered into the second quarter of play. Mustangs leading the Raiders 7-0. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Snap, Blaze rolls over toward the left, cuts back inside, back outside. Really good blocks. Throwing it up deep. Got a lot of receivers down there.
Oh,
and Michael
picked.
Slate comes down 1-on-2 coverage. That meaning 2 Mustangs, 1 Raider, and the 1 Raider comes down with it. Blaze puts that ball toward the sideline.
And that's just something. I mean, those toss-up plays work on different teams, but when you're up against another top-tier team like the Raiders, you just can't risk throwing the balls up like that. Jazzy takes off up the middle, but it's gonna get stopped, but not before picking up 4 yards, tackled by Staples. But yeah, you just can't throw up a ball like that to a team like this, and it's kind of both ways.
We've seen Jazzy do it a couple times.
Absolutely.
Especially into the middle of the field. Now, if you can take a shot deep down the sideline, there's across the middle right there in an open spot.
Slate's moving around, twinkle toeing it, and gets finally taken down with the pick up of 16, tackled by Marlowe.
Just like with Blaze on that last one, he'll go back, he'll watch the tape, and he'll see if he would have thrown that ball up the left sideline, his receiver was going to be able to break outside, and he had to step on Michael. But you throw that into the middle of the field, and you just get a lot more people involved.
Absolutely. I mean, everybody's there. Everybody can move in. So Jazzy takes a snap, rolls to her left-hand side, looking. Oh, cuts back to the right, and then is taken down by Cat Wilder.
The issue with that play right there is if you look at the Raiders, they're still running from 40 yards down the field. Like whenever things start breaking down like that, and the Raiders have given up, some all-out rushes. They have to be shortening their routes.
Absolutely. Jazzy's rolling to her right-hand side. She's got some receivers spread out, one short to the right-hand side, but now it's closed. Still scrambling and looking. Veronica is hot on her heels, throws it to the middle.
Whoa,
caught
wow.
by
Great
Snipe
grab.
with a fantastic catch. Snipe,
I bet that was picked.
It was going to be, the defender was jumping the route, but Snipe was able to just get in that perfect position for the catch.
I think that the defender got a little happy and actually ran too far forward.
Yep.
So if I was looking right, it went right over his head and into the arms of Snipe.
As he rolls to the left-hand side, she's going to go ahead and get the first down, gets the first down, and then maybe about a couple inches. Pick up of 3 yards, 1st and 10 at the 33.
This is
a very fast-paced game.
Yeah, and we've seen the Raiders move the ball down into the Mustangs territory twice so far.
Absolutely.
And been interceptions. So
Snap
throw
to the
back
right.
across the middle. Just
Yep,
attacking the middle right there. But Snipe is going to get out to the outside, going to brace out to the 15. If that sprint would have engaged, I don't know if he would have been caught. I think he was having an issue. It didn't look like the sprint was going. Tapping that button as hard as you can and just not wanting to work.
Down, set, height.
2 receivers to the right, rolls to the right. Looking, throws across the middle and
intercepted. Oh man, you can't. You've got to give a little patience, and you can't just throw into a crowd. I mean, both teams making the mistakes of throwing into the middle into a large crowd, and I mean,
with that one, and again, you go back in Jazzy watch the tape and see the opportunity. Throws the Mike is running into the middle, and she throws the ball. If she's looking at his back, to his right shoulder. If she throws it to his left shoulder down below him, it's impossible for any defender to get to it. But the ball, like on Blaze's pick and on that pick, the ball is just put into trouble areas, and you can't do that against good teams.
Blaze just shoots through a pack of defenders there of Raiders and is able to get out and pick up like a pickup of 7 yards.
Second down and 3. Teams, I mean, watching them, it's a lot. It's almost like watching the same team on each side of the ball. The way that they play, you know, really what both offenses and both defenses have been able to do. Billy's going to get a free shot, pushes them back to the inside, and Brad brings them down. Where he picked up 7, he lost 4, brings up 3rd down and 7 at the 5-yard line. The Raiders going to pin their ears back, try to get after Blaze. Both offensive lines have had their good moments and their bad moments at this point in the game. And right now, if you're the Mustangs, this needs to be a good moment. Not then Blaze will be fighting.
Absolutely.
Billy's able to fight around, get off of the block,
gets stumbled,
and
spins around,
down.
drops back and taken down. Pick up 1 yard.
Billy grabbed on the Blaze, just wouldn't let go. Drad came in, cleaned him up. 4th down and 6. The Mustangs have been punting, and the Raiders have not been punting. So, see, and they're going to punt here. I would punt. Granted, whenever the Raiders went for it, it was intercepted by Raiders having plenty of opportunities, have been in scoring, in scoring range, 2 or 3 times. Nothing doing with the interceptions. Eagles going to get it, going to run back inside, back outside, going to make a few people miss before Blaze gets there, picks up 19 yards. Great field position at the 40.
Absolutely.
For the Raiders, going to see if make could happen here. I don't have like the ads or anything.
Well, we're not supposed to do those until
I was like halftime and stuff like that.
Until the beginning and then halftime and so. But we are going to say that this game is brought to you by Blueberry.
Receiver wide open in the end zone.
Oh wow, there's
goes it back. Why would you throw the? Okay. I mean, it was caught, but why in the world?
You had a receiver in the end zone that was just standing there.
And let me go see who that was. All right, that was Syke. Okay, now we pick at Syke on the pulse because he does like to miss his occasional wide open pass, but Syke is in the corner, wide open. Now this ball is thrown. It's great catch by Cosmo, and the Raiders are going to push up here and get even closer to the end zone by a yard. But the ball, this is when we start talking about the decision making. Now, of course, the outcome of the play is good, but is lucky good. You had a wide open touchdown. You abandon it for an across the field into coverage where you've just thrown 2 picks throw. But Jazzy gets more life, throws it across the middle, a whole host of Raiders, and the ball just finds its way through there. I don't even know how you do that. Like, I'll be honest with you.
I don't either.
I was like, well, okay, it's going to be lagged, and we're going to see who caught this ball, but it skips its way, and it's still going down off the sim. Jazzy's going to roll to the right yet again, throws it back across the middle, and a nice comeback grab by Snipe. That's going to get the Raiders on the board. Extra point pending. Opportunity to tie this ball game up.
Absolutely.
Game brought to you by Blueberry, and this is the Pulse Game of the Week. Join me, Tom, and Syke every Thursday at 5 p.m. SLT right here on the UFL Fan Sim, but behind us, our little media station, where your weekly, recap and preview, and we have fun, and we give predictions, and we pick at each other, and we have a good time. If you're interested,
we pick at each other?
Oh yeah. See if Tom wears the same thing he wore the last 2 weeks. But
you
just
should
a
look
different
over
color.
at me. You should look over at me.
I'm
actually wearing my sweaters now.
But are you wearing the same thing that you wore when you commentated the other day?
No, I am wearing my Bueno sweater and Bueno jeans from Blueberry, and then my flight shoes. So Now I still need to go
For sure.
shopping because this is last year's
I
attire.
remember whenever you got that. So
I think you're the one that took me there.
I
You
probably
had,
did.
Hike.
Yeah.
Mustangs are going to line up 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Blaze is going to roll over. Good outside cut. Good containment. Throws
There's
it
a
up
throw
deep
into
down
the
the middle
deep
of the field, and
middle.
it is going to be caught.
Caught.
And Mikey is able to sneak behind
moly.
everyone.
Oh man,
Big
and
Mikey
and
Turbo.
Michael Slate was right there, but he just underplayed the ball just a tad. When he underplayed it, he dropped down for the interception, and that opened up nothing but green, nothing but
Big
net, whatever you
Mikey
want to call it,
Turbo.
all the way in.
Turns on the turbo, 71 yards. Another, I mean, again, big
Down,
play,
set, hike.
but
Kick is up, kick is good, 14-7 Mustangs, and I mean,
Like that.
you know, this is definitely the perfect game, that we did pick for the game of the week. I mean, just high energy, yeah.
really good job there by Mikey. Mike thinks he has a beat on the ball, makes an adjustment for it. Wrong adjustment. Mikey's able to sneak behind for the score.
Michael and Mike.
And that is, that's a play right there where it just comes down to individual players. And both of the Mustangs touchdowns have been, not necessarily thrown up, to wide open guys. They've just been the Mustangs players winning the battle. It's going to be a handoff. Flag on the play. Mike's going to dance around, get outside. 33-yard line. Yep, and take it down there. But really good job by the Mustangs to win their battles on the offensive side of the ball and give themselves a 14-7 lead.
And I mean, the Mustangs answering back very quickly after the Raiders touchdown. I mean, what, 2 minutes?
If that.
False start.
Also from the Mustangs.
Home team. 5-yard penalty.
Penalty.
Repeat.
I don't know if you have to go back and re-kick this or if you can just...
They will more than likely they'll probably just assess it at the current location.
What I would do. So this field can be sometimes
Yeah.
rolling this baby back.
Yeah.
Break the whole thing. Put up 5 yards and proceed. But like you said, and that's what they're going to do here. We did pick this as the pulse game of the week, rightfully so up to this point, back and forth
Oh
matchup.
yes, absolutely.
We look over to that side of of the league, and the Mustangs, the Raiders, and the Titans are your big 3 teams over there. And
Hold on one second. Isn't it?
this is the types of games
Like I don't.
early on in the season that have
Hold on
implications.
just for a second.
Later on, we know you're going to play your conference opponents twice this year, and everybody else. You're going to play everybody once. But to get an early leg up on the competition is going to be huge for these 2 teams as they head into the season.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is going to be one of those games that whoever is the winner on this one, they
Okay,
will
we're
be
gonna
defending
re-kick it.
that
Sorry.
win
My bad,
at the
my
next
bad.
game that these 2 teams face off in. So, and it'll be a very, very,
Yeah.
very
David,
challenged and
you know how to
very what's the word I'm
reword it?
looking for?
Re-kick it.
Yeah, yep. Words are gone.
Highly contested matchup. I don't know. I wasn't really listening to you, to be honest.
When do you listen to me?
Ever. But they're going to back them up 5 yards. They're going to have them re-kick it.
At least our quarterback listens to me.
But the Mustangs are going to kick the ball back off again to the Raiders. Raiders can't set something better up on the return. I think they were at the 34.
Yep. There's the kick. It bounces. Michael Slate with a return. He's up to the 30, coming up to the 30, the 33.
Might have actually been worse.
Yeah, 1 yard down.
Taking the ball at at nearly the 40-yard line. But it doesn't matter. 3 receivers to the left side, 2 receivers to the right. Syke, Kazi, and Michael, your receivers on the left. Snipe, Diego, I think, are your receivers right. So
Jazzy cuts into the middle for a beautiful cut, pick up of 11 yards there. She went left, saw a hole, shot through it, then went to the middle, juked around and just made it in, made it
Approaching the
up.
2-minute warning. What I liked there was that the Raiders weren't like, okay, bomb it here, try to get it right back.
Yeah,
Play
they're
some
playing it 10 at a time. Oh, and ooh, wow, that was a risky pass.
There have been, I mean, we're seeing completions, but these are heart attack throws. I mean, even the 2 touchdowns that the Mustangs have gotten, that toss up that Mikey was able to get. But I'm just saying, like, you're having a mild heart attack when this ball is up in
Absolutely.
the air. It
So
takes a shot.
Jazzy with a lot of space. There's a throw deep middle, and it's
Right to
gonna
Blaze.
be picked right to Blaze.
Right to Blaze. As soon as you threw the ball, it's like, well, that's going right to Blaze.
Yep.
And I'm
I mean,
sorry, but Blaze ain't gonna miss that.
I mean, this game is looking like it's about to. We could start our own series on HBO called Game of Picks.
This is something. I mean, the ball is just going. It's not finding the open receivers right now. It's finding its way through the defense at times, but I don't know. Just some very ill-advised.
And the thing
passes.
is, she had plenty of time back there. She wasn't under heavy pressure. Blaze rolls to the left. He's got a lot of open field. Lots of open people. Continues to crosses line of scrimmage. Goes towards the sideline, and Blaze continuously showing how dangerous he is on his feet with a pickup of 18 yards, bringing up another set of first down
or
another set of downs.
Not the clock, but I know.
Down.
Always step out of it.
There's a snap, rolling right. Jazzy gets through, doesn't get blocked.
Oh!
I knew that was going to happen. I knew it was coming. There was a missed block. She just came in charging. So that's
the second quarter, right? Okay, I'm about to say we're not.
So that 18-yard gain dropped all the way back to about a 5-yard gain now after a 13-yard loss. I had to count. Blaze rolling right. He's got a little hole, but he's going to get stumbled and then tackled by Billy.
Time out now? Or are we just going to let the clock go? Okay. Should have used it a play ago.
Yeah, well,
Could have, over a minute to play, but as you figure, if you toss this up and the ball didn't get there, but you know what's going to happen here? The ball's just going to be thrown up into a crowd, so.
Yep. And it's just going to be, who's in the right spot. Because once you get about more than like 4 people into an area, it just turns into who's in the right spot. It's just so many people blocking your way. So rolling to the left, there's the throw into a crowd. Caught, picked. Michael Slate with the interception. I swear, I'm going to name this the Game of Picks.
I don't.
Nothing related to our pick, but
Yeah. Exactly.
Game of Picks with his hair in the background.
36 on the thing. 36 seconds to go.
Yep. There's the snap. Rolling to his left, or rolling to her left, sorry. There's the pass. Short.
Nice catch.
Oh, but he doesn't get out of bounds.
Time out.
This is when you call a timeout. No, there it goes.
My goodness.
More than likely, it just took the
Jazzy,
refs a little bit. Yeah, more than likely, it took the refs a little bit long to do that one. They should give him the time back.
Attention, referee. When it gets inside of 2 minutes, have
Get
your
ready.
finger on the timeout button because they should be getting called.
Yep. And if I was Jazzy or if I was a captain on the Raiders, I would say, hey, can we have that time back, please?
Unless they didn't ask for it.
Well,
Still, it was called. If you're
There's a
Jazzy, you
snap.
have to be calling that timeout as soon as you see Michael getting into the tackle animation.
Absolutely. Rolling to the right, rolling around. There's a toss to the middle.
Why?
Wow, right to Staples.
Oh my goodness.
Staples is gone. He's running. He's got Billy and Jazzy. He's going to take the angle and get tackled
They
with
have a
6
shot in the end
seconds to go.
Ah, he might kick a field goal.
They're in range.
I'd kick it.
I'd kick it too. I wouldn't
kick it.
I wouldn't challenge it. I'd just put it through the uprights.
I am being told that the ref's finger was on the button, that nobody was calling the timeouts.
Oh wow. All right, and they're going to go for it. Not going to kick it to put some extra points on the board. We'll see how this works for them. I'm going to go ahead and say it's going to be a pick.
Let's say it falls harmlessly to the turf and nobody catches it.
All right.
Just to be different.
All right.
Now, that means it's going to be a touchdown.
Down.
6 seconds. This will be the last play of the half.
Oh, and there's a big crowd running.
So it was one-on-one.
There it
Nope,
goes.
Across the
There it
field.
goes.
Go out of
Here it
bounds!
comes. And picked. Michael Slate. I
Way
win.
short. That ball didn't even get to the end zone.
I win. Michael
dancing
Slade gonna do his
around.
best to dance and
Uh-oh.
stumbled.
Still alive.
He's still up.
Still alive.
He's still up. He's got a
Dancing
freaking
around.
crowd around
taken
him.
down now.
Finally tackled.
All right, and that is going to take us to halftime, ladies and gentlemen. At the
Halftime.
half, the
Teams,
Mustangs
return to your
are
locker rooms.
leading the Raiders by a score of 14-7. So we do the ads following the ladies' halftime performances.
Absolutely. Do I need to get those up, or you got them?
I don't have them, so
Well, apparently I do have. I have to get them then.
you are going to do that. So we're going to kick it over to the Mustangs darlings. Who will be going first. Enjoy your halftime. Come back. We'll run through some ads and get set for the second half of action.
See you guys after the cheers.
Great job, ladies. Thank you to Mustangs Darlings and Raiders Dolls. Great halftime for job on both sides, ladies. Tom, are you
Absolutely,
here?
great job on both sides. Yep, I am here.
Read.
All righty, we got some halftime ads that we're going to talk about. Let's first talk about Blueberry. Again, this game is sponsored by Blueberry. Blueberry is an original clothing store for women, made by women with passion for art. Simple, yet effective. Simply Epic, your one-stop shop for all your sports fans' gear. Be it football, basketball, baseball, or hockey, we have your team. Jerseys, hoodies, gotcha, and more. Don't see your favorite player or college team? Contact Sara Nubalo or Nakari Tolson, and they'll get you hooked up in simply epic fashion. And we'll talk about it, girls and fellas. Need to surprise your friends with a Res Day gift? Need something extra to make your proposal extra special, or are you opening your own club or mall? Maybe you just want to entertain and have some fun. Then why not hire the It's Girls and Fellas, a professional dance troupe that always has fresh ideas for that perfect moment, and a regular off-Broadway shows at our beautiful theater in Second Life. Contact Winsong Charming or Carabella Valise for details. Glamorous. Glamorous was first established in December of 2013 and had its relaunch in April of 2014, bringing poses for couples, adult friends, kids, families, singles, gotchas, props, and much more. Rain. Rain is the go-to store of a woman with many styles. We have a variety of shoes and accessories to fit any occasion, and we strive to make sure that everyone can find something that suits them. B-Fly Tattoos. B-Fly Tattoos have been creating in Second Life for over 5 years and is well known for the quality of work, customer service. With over 200 tattoos in store for both men and women, and custom tattoos made to order, you're sure to find a design that suits your style. All tattoos come with the latest suppliers for mesh bodies for both men and women, come in 2 tones, and have a vast range from the very delicate to the over-the-top full-body designs. From abstract or oriental, from old school to new school, our custom-made B-Fly tattoos have you inked. And Fameshed. Fameshed is a monthly event that opens on the first of every month. Each month, we provide the top quality original mesh designers to help fill your needs for fashion and home garden designs. We aim to provide the best of the best for the shoppers in Second Life, and that is our UFL halftime ads.
Thank you, Mr. Tom Botts, for your
Absolutely.
excellent reading abilities.
Well, I only do it once.
I think I actually have the post-game one, so I got. But yeah, come out. The Raiders are getting the ball to start the half, and the ball is in play. Raiders down 14-7. So if you need help with understanding that means Mustangs are winning 14-7. Blaze kicks the ball off right down the center. Taken by Michael, as usual, is going to work his way up to the 20, cut back inside, cross the 20 to the 24.5-yard line.
Dance
Before
around
Greg
and
Stella
gets
brings him
tackled.
down. So the Raiders, with the ball, opportunity to go down and tie the ball game up. Just like to see the decision making really on both sides improve. Jazzy going to make a good decision here. Step up in the pocket.
And a
14
little bit of
yards.
a hole, and she was just able to just shoot straight through that all the way.
Close to being a play. Got a lot more yards on it than I thought she was going to. By Jazzy. 14 yards for number 24. Snap.
Yep, there's a snap. Veronica's right there cutting her off. But Veronica rolls up, gives Jazzy a little bit more room.
Oh, to Veronica.
And it's a pick.
That is,
Game of picks.
The receiver that's being thrown the ball, and I believe I know what happened. So, the receiver is heading to the sideline, and Jazzy goes to throw it. Well, the moment that the Jazzy goes to throw it, the receiver turns back in. It would have been picked if the ball would have been thrown anyways. And I think Jazzy just tried to yank the ball somewhere else. That last day, you got like a second, like a beat before the ball actually comes out.
Absolutely.
And I think Jazzy tried to
yank
do
it
that.
around.
This is going to fight through, take it down.
Lord, that was a massive amount of players in that one little circle.
Aria with the sack, loss of 8 yards, getting her name in the hat. First time we've mentioned her name tonight. So, I think that's what happened. But instead of pulling the ball out of bounds or throwing it somewhere else, the ball goes right into the hands of Veronica, and the Mustangs get the ball in field position.
Absolutely. Rolling right, rolling left.
Throws it up. It's going to be one-on-one deep, and
And the ground catches
See,
it.
now if that would have happened in the last play of the first half, I'd have been. There's two players over there, and that is Kent and Syke, and the ball just hits the ground.
Oh, we're
My
gonna
bet
talk to
is
Syke about that one.
Syke is playing off of the receiver on that one. And when the ball's up that far down the field,
You got
your eyes-
plenty of time to adjust.
yeah, well, that and the fact that your eyes are bouncing back and forth between
Down,
receiver and
yeah,
ball, and you're
like-
trying to gauge it, and maybe the ball glitches and you lose it, so then you have to purely just play on the receiver. But in any case, Blaze is rolling around.
There's
He's
a
going to
throw up
toss
deep.
it up again.
He gets a 2v2.
And it is
Caught by
caught.
Mikey. Touchdown.
Yep, I mean,
Wow.
Mikey with his second score of the game. Mikey and Blaze, teammates from way back when. Mikey,
Man, this is
in his
turning
share.
out to be an interesting game. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure I caught. And his horns flying around on a broom.
Probably.
And it looks like a visitor challenge
Probably
has
kind of
been,
challenge
has
that
been played.
he ran out of bounds. He came out of bounds before, maybe.
There's the challenge flag. Horns is flying around. Referee timeout. Excessive awesomeness. Wow.
But
Yes, Killy, that is your mama.
I don't know. I think one of the receivers did go out of bounds. I don't think it was Mikey. I think Kent was out of bounds because it was 2-on-2, and Mikey's lined up on the slot. So it would have taken a lot for Mikey to have not gotten into the end. But again, I mean, this is just a game where both teams, for the most part, are just throwing the ball up down the field. We're not talking about wide open receivers. I mean, right now we're really talking about guys making plays, which is really good as well. You know, if you're a quarterback, you want to have that trust. And right now, the trust is paying off for Blaze because his first touchdown was very much like that one. It was in a one-on-one situation to the right front pylon, and Kent came down with it. And then he tosses it up to Mikey twice. Mikey gets behind the defense across the middle once, and then kind of over in the same area of the field. That ball's going to be put back in play. I didn't think there was any. The Blazers are going to keep the balls up and good, and with that, the Mustangs extend their lead 21-7. So they take advantage of the Veronica Vela interception. Blaze Vela finds big Mikey Turbo deep down the right side of the field for 4. So, like I was saying, Mikey and Blaze have played together long time ago on the Saints whenever I was over there with them. So they have a chemistry that's gone back for a while. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that season Mikey was our team's leading receiver and one of the top receivers as far as yardage per game per attempt goes in the league. Me and Mikey worked a lot together on that side of the field, and stuff. Ball has been put in play, and Syke hitting. There's the ball.
Was that a delayed throw?
That was a delayed kick.
Okay, delayed kick. I'm like, what's going on? People are just running around.
Roll that back. Do that again. Like we say, really good job on the Mustangs here. They've done a better job of taking advantage of the opportunities that have been given to them. That's why they're sitting here 14 points up. With 7:41 to go, third quarter of play. Talking at halftime, that first half took a little over 30 minutes to play. It was very, very fast. Wonder how quickly this was going to go. Well, short little kickoff is going to be taken by Diego. Going to work his way up to the 35, to the 40. Going to be stumbled, fight through one tackle, taken down by Blaze. Just across the 40-yard line to the 41. Raiders back in this ballgame.
Absolutely. And I mean, with the score, now the Raiders are down 2 touchdowns now. And as fast as this game is going, they're going to have to do some work. Handoff to Snipes. Snipes rolling to his left-hand side. I don't know if he's looking for a pass. And there it is, a throw short to Jazzy, but it is a miss. Yep.
Good decision. Good find. Jazzy just missed. Be 2nd down and 10. Razzle dazzle there. Good job, Boston. I had an opportunity to throw the ball deep, and on those plays, the person who gets the ball usually just goes for
Chunks
it
it deep.
all. So really good job to stay. That ball's going across the middle of the field again.
And
Yeah. It fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, 4 times. I mean, we're throwing the interceptions are being thrown at the same spot. It's 2nd down, and they're bunching to the middle of the field. The ball's just going in there, and Blaze with his 3rd pick of the game, and the Mustangs scored here. I mean, you start hearing the tink, tink, tink of the nail on the coffin. A lot of game to go, but there just hasn't been much in terms of change from the Raiders that I've seen that makes me believe that their offense is going to just all of a sudden pick it up. I mean, they're running deep routes, utilize the comeback, Instead, it's just going deep down the field, and they're pulling coverage on top of coverage because everyone's going to the same spot. Don't need to be doing that at this point.
Absolutely. I mean, it would be fine if it happened like 1 or 2 times, but it's a constant thing that keeps happening, and you would hope that Jazzy would learn and acknowledge and see that happening. Here we go with another pass deep
I don't understand.
in the middle.
It just hits the ground.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, really good job there. If you're gonna throw that ball, overthrow everyone.
Yeah.
Blaze freaking put some pepper on that sausage, as he likes to say. We're gonna chunk that ball about 70,000 yards. It's gonna be 3rd down and 7.
As Billy likes to say, a little bit of extra mustard on it.
It's gonna be 3rd down and 7. Big play for the Raiders. Don't allow the Mustangs to continue the drive.
I don't know what you Alabama folks say out there, but apparently mustard is a thing.
Buddy.
Short pass to Syke, and it falls incomplete. A little bit thrown to the right of Syke. I think he could have grabbed it, but
I don't know. But it did go out of bounds. So I don't think Syke, he was in position.
And punt formation is coming up.
So Bullet dodged. Look for. I don't know if you can fake out of a punt formation. Should be able to run the punt.
But something we haven't seen. I just say that.
Coming soon, people will start just running punts. I want. We talk about
Jazzy in the backfield.
How about formations? Can we get the Indianapolis Colts fake punt formation from the game last night? I'd really appreciate that.
I haven't seen that.
I will.
30-yard line, makes it up to the 30 and gets tackled.
Make your eyes bleed. I'm gonna say. Probably the worst. I mean, I don't even know. I was watching the game. What is this? Like, I've seen people do stuff and they bring everybody back in. Oh, they switch quarterbacks.
Snipe is in the back.
When the game's been going. So only down 14. Change that quarterback. Snipe is your quarterback. Rolls around. Got a receiver.
Plenty of room's got a man.
He's got
left hand side. Oh, and we're gonna throw it. Oh, that was almost jumped. Why don't you go to Mike downfield on the left hand side? Beats all I've ever seen. But hey, he could be seeing something we're not.
Well, what I'm seeing was that was a touchdown. It might have been sight. It might have been sight. Oh, it could have been sight. When I saw them running back to the field, I think you're right. Oh, he's gonna be taken down. Loses 12 yards. Had sight going up the sideline on that previous play. Good call, Krevin. I will give you your props. You were correct. No problem. Being corrected.
Down set.
Nice. Quick snap again. Going to go over toward the left where he had his 3 receivers. Going to back out. Going to drop back. Going to throw it across the middle. Got a receiver. It's going to be undercut by Jace. Really good play there. Just passive play by the Raiders receiver. Jace was able to come and instead of attacking the ball in the air, waited for it to just fall in his lap. Jace. I don't know who was the intent. I'm not going to throw somebody. So again, the Mustangs get the ball back after a Raiders intercept, after the Raiders throw the pick. 3 receivers to the left, and Blaze is going to roll that way. Going to push up, get 3 yards before Billy takes him down. 2nd down and 7. Mustangs 50. I mean, not at the Mustangs, but right on the 50-yard line. 5 minutes. roughly to go in the third quarter of play. Mustangs leading the Raiders by a score of 21-7.
Absolutely.
Blaze?
Now, now this is just a game of, if the
Down.
Mustangs just want to start
Pike.
eating the clock up, they can.
Blaze
Rolls
goes
left, rolls right,
comes
back,
back
left.
Throws it down. Good comeback
There's a good
route.
comeback route, absolutely. Drawing back deep, do a quick comeback, and
The
pick up
little
a quick 19
things
yards.
that'll win you ball games are decisions like that Dex, and Dex in one of the earlier games was one of Blaze's top targets, so he's got a chemistry there with Dex as well.
Down.
Good comeback down the sideline.
Pike.
Things that we see the Mustangs doing that we're not seeing the Raiders do.
Absolutely.
Blaze
Blaze
gonna
is going to go ahead and roll out, cross the line of scrimmage, get stumbled, and finally brought down, but not before he picks up 6 yards.
Probably the leading tackler for the Raiders right now. Been calling his name all day long. Pickups of 6 yards by Blaze. It's going to be a 2nd down and 4 at the 26. So they're in field goal range comfortably here. 3 receivers on the left.
Down.
3 receivers on the
Pike.
right. Blaze is a gunslinger though. He will take his shots.
Yeah, he
Goes
will.
to the
And
left,
there's a snap. He's
backs
got
up.
one-on-one in the end zone there in the deep left-hand side. It's going to be a short
Takes this
throw.
short thing.
Yep, a good short pass, exactly where it needed to be to Stables to pick up
Right there,
3
too.
yards.
Really good job by Kazi in a one-on-one situation with Staples. That's the thing, where the receiver, you're catching the ball, headed to the sideline, you try to loop back inside of that defender. If you are, then the whole entire field opens up to you to run. But Kazi knew what was happening, dropped back,
Down.
stayed in good
That
position,
Pike.
and kept him short of the first down. So a really good individual effort there.
And there's the first down and a couple extra yards, pick up a 5 there to break up another set of downs for the Mustangs as they inch closer and closer to the end zone.
Got back into the inside, ran right at Billy, and for a second late, Billy was his lead blocker because Billy was running the other, away from Blaze for a moment of attacking him.
Down. That Pike.
5 yards. Going to be first down. It's going to roll toward the right. Wait for the block. Doesn't
Throw
need
to the
it.
end
Toss to
zone.
the corner.
Overthrown. Intended receiver was
Yes.
Kent Voss.
Just a tad. Good decision. They went right toward the back corner. A really well run route. That splits that coverage on that back end because you're going to then either as the corner you have to play over the top, or as the safety you have to bust it to the corner. That's
Down.
an
That
area of the field that you can complete some passes.
Absolutely. And a
Takes
quick
off,
run
runs
straight
right
up
in
the
the
middle. Yep. Pick up a 3 yards. I mean, Blaze right now, I think he's looking at this as let's just get as many plays as we can in, eat up enough time, and just keep the ball moving forward, 10 at a time, and you'll eventually get into the
Down.
end zone.
But with the
That
way that
Pike.
the Raiders have been playing on offense, you figure just add points. Throws
And there's
it
a throw
up
to the end
over
zone.
everyone.
Caught!
Beautiful pass.
Touchdown.
He sneaks behind the safety and the corner in a beautiful throw, the back corner of the end zone, and Kent Voss comes down with his 2nd touchdown of the game. Blaze putting on a very good passing display there. And that was a situation
Pike.
where he threw to a wide open receiver. He got open behind the coverage, and Blaze just made a perfect pass where only his guy could get it. And with that,
Absolutely.
the Mustangs extend the lead 28-7 over the Raiders. Extra point is good. 2:18 to go in the third quarter of play. Open it up. Now, Raiders are going to have to find something. I mean, just shorten your routes. You got a whole nother quarter in this game to play. So a lot of time, we've seen plenty of comebacks, but you have to find something on offense, or the Mustangs are just going to keep on keeping on right now because their offense is finding some sort of rhythm. For the kickoff.
Down. That Pike.
And the kick is deep to the left-hand side. Michael Slate with the catch, as usual, coming up, running left, doesn't have a blocker in front of him, and he's going to go and get stumbled and tackled at the 20. I mean, his blockers went right, he went left, and had nothing but a sea of orange in front of him.
Back at quarterback, I think they're discussing it. Yep. Back at quarterback. Traditional shotgun.
Yep.
4 receivers across the formation. Back in the backfield, that is Jazzy. Psych and Mike are your
Down,
receivers to the left. Kazi and Diego, your receivers to the right. Snipes Snap
Snipe
roll
with
to the
plenty
right.
of time, no
Cut
pass
back,
rush
Hands
whatsoever.
up. Got a receiver short.
Short
Good
pass.
come back. Nice little easy completion. Layer your
Yep,
route.
that's
Run the coverage deep. Sneak Jazzy from across the field.
what
kind
you
of a-
got to do right now, because I mean it's clear that it's clear that the long passes are not working.
Down,
Good
set,
job.
hike.
Good play design. Snap. Fake the handoff. Stills gets a good push initially. He's going to roll over. Going to throw it back across the middle of the field. And a nice grab by
Oof.
Mike.
I mean we just started talking about that. Said, oh, okay, they're gonna play some short. Well, no, and we get another throw back into the middle. Luckily, Mike comes down with it.
Down, set, hike.
Snipe's gonna take the snap, roll out to his right hand side, back into the middle, looking around. All the defenders are blocked up. They're only
Middle
doing a
of the
free
field.
pass rush.
That's going to be
Middle,
short, though.
short, intercepted.
He had it. If he launches that ball like toward the back of the end zone, his guy gets it. But as soon as he threw it, I knew it was way too short.
And I mean, it just something. They're gonna have to do something to make this change if they want to win this ball game. Because currently the Mustangs are dominating. You know,
Down.
they've got it's a
Hike.
28-7 lead, 3 possessions. Tough place to be. And running up the sidelines, but that it's going to step out at about the 17-yard line, pick up a 12 yards.
First down.
Yep, another
For the
set of downs.
Mustangs.
Just keep marching it up.
House clock did stop on that play.
Down.
22 seconds in
Hike.
the third quarter. Blaze takes a snap, rolls forward. He's going to go ahead. Oh, he crossed the line of scrimmage. The line didn't turn, but I'm pretty sure he knew he crossed it. That's when he jerked back and then gets taken down by Jazzy for a loss of 1. 2nd and 11 at the 16. Trips right. Staples, Mikey Turbo, and Kent Voss on the right. Marlowe and Dexter on the left. Your line is Veronica, Cat, and Jace.
Down. Set. Hike.
Snap, roll to the left. Nice block from Aria there. Give him some room. He's going to go ahead and move up, get a couple extra yards. Going to pick up 5, 3rd and 6. So Blaze is going to have to be looking at a first down here very soon within this next play or so, or he's going to more than likely be forced to punt it down the field due to the field position right now. But if they can get this first and get another set of downs, they can just keep working it up.
Down.
3 seconds to
Set.
go in
Hike.
the third quarter. There's the end. Blaze is rolling right.
Give her back across the middle, wide open, but he
And
decides
there's
to
a
go
throw with a
deep
one-on-one.
and
Caught.
by Kent. 2-on-1.
That was a nice. Yep. That was really more of a one-on-one because the other Raider was still coming up and making his way there. I don't think he was in shot of catching that ball.
But, really good job, individual effort there by Kent to win his battle. Blaze had a receiver running wide open and kind of across the middle of the field. But,
Down.
hey,
Set. Hike.
right now the Mustangs are catching absolutely everything offensively and
Absolutely.
defensively. And Blaze
Quick
is going to
little
run.
there. Gets past Billy there.
Got to hit him with a whack. Didn't work. Taken down by Kazi. Picks up
Hit him
9
with a
yards,
what?
though.
Hit him with what was that again? One more time.
Whack.
I'm familiar with that whack. Lately, it's turned into the whack. Womp, womp.
Gonna be 3 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Staples, Mikey, and Kent. Mikey and Kent being the big targets for Mr. Blaze Villa
Down. Set.
on
Hike.
tonight. Happy's gonna roll over, look for a place to run. Cuts backside. We
He's got a
plenty of
lot of room.
Gonna cross the 25. Gonna run
And-
right into Kazi.
There was
I'm
no
be honest with
whack,
you. I
whack
was kind
there.
of gearing up. I sat up in my chair. I thought we were about to see some Blaze Villa magic. I thought we were going to have an exciting call, And I'm like, he gets to the
runs straight
20. He's
into
going
him.
to. Oh, he just gets tackled.
He just
by
runs right
Kazi.
into him.
Just runs right into him.
Hey,
Come on, Blaze.
maybe he's
Give
saving
me
it
some
up for
excitement.
later.
Maybe.
Down.
I like
Set.
those big
Hike.
calls. I like the big explosive plays. Those are fun.
Absolutely. Blaze rolls to his right, rolls back middle.
It's
Aria on his
around.
heels, throws
a good
comeback
comeback
route.
route.
Yep, perfect.
Dex is dangerous with that push. I mean, he pushed the the coverage into the
40,
end zone.
50 yards and then came back.
And then, I mean, it's just a matter. And then Blaze did a good job also of even throwing it shorter than where Dex was. Dex had to go down, catch it off of his shoelaces.
Down. Set.
But
Pike.
there's no danger in that pass. We talked about the decision making needed to improve, and Blaze is going to take it to the inside, cut outside, fight through a tackle.
Ooh, very, very,
Push
very, very
down
close.
to the 1.5, I think, to the 2-yard line. But like we're talking, the decision making needed to improve, and we stupid time. And we we've seen that improve by Blaze. I mean, the ball's still going up, but the last couple of passes we've seen going to receivers who
They've
have
been very controlled
Like,
passes.
who have had openings. His guys are getting confidence, and Blaze is taking the run when it's there, and he's going to skip
And he's
into the
in.
end zone. That should be a touchdown.
Yep, that better be a touchdown. I'm going to start flipping tables.
That was a touchdown. I mean, he went into the end zone anyway. So let's say they don't give it to him. It's 1st and goal from the half fart line.
And they
mean,
don't give it
Blaze,
to him.
get under center. There we go.
No, there it is.
It's a
They
touchdown.
gave him the credit. I know Horns is listening to me too.
He fell halfway into the end zone.
Yeah.
And like you said, it wasn't even plays under review. It wasn't nothing. It was just he scored, button. He was in. Blaze lines for the extra point.
Down. Set. Hike.
And just
Game.
continuously increasing the spread, making it a little bit harder and harder with each touchdown for
6
the Raiders to come
minutes,
back.
20 seconds.
Wow,
The
those
Mustangs
those flew by.
have exploded 35-7. Game that was closely contested throughout the first half. We've seen a Mustangs team go into the locker room, come out and make better decisions than their opponent, and capitalize on every opportunity that they've had. I think they have gotten points off of every turnover.
Down.
Second
Set.
half.
Hike.
If I'm not
Absolutely.
mistaken.
There's the kick deep left.
I don't know if the Mustangs have even turned the ball over in the second half. I think it's just been the Raiders. I could be wrong.
Jazzy coming out with it, rolling left. Oh, just no blockers in front of them.
But it's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Raiders at the yard line. Sanders shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Syke and Mike on your left.
Down,
Kazi
set.
and Diego on your right. Snap. Fake handoff to Jazzy. Snipe's got
He's
plenty of
moving
time.
around.
They're only
Coverage is
rushing.
really tight.
They're only rushing 3. They're kind of playing more of a prevent. Good pass to
good
Jazzy.
pass,
Nice
absolutely.
catch. Pushes across the 40 to the 42-yard line.
Yeah,
Picks
they are
up
definitely
17 yards.
the Mustangs are definitely playing a defense to completely stop the pass, and that is what they're doing. They're not allowing big yards, and even if it is a throw up, you've got more than likely a 2v1 situation or more. Oh, and Staples just rushes right through, almost with the sack. Snipes rolling out, rolling right. He's got a couple receivers
Dropped it in the middle
completed.
of 3. Really good job.
Yep, absolutely. A good decision on that one.
See, what they're doing right now is they're rushing the outside linebackers. They're rushing one of their interior defensive line. And I think they're rushing Cat, and Greg is dropping back into coverage. So they're getting a 3-man rush, and they're dropping. Greg drops back in to cover the middle. Just equalizes the numbers. You got a receiver. Oh, he could have thrown it at Jazzy. Oh, cutting up down the left sideline behind the
Diego with
defense.
the catch.
There was nobody there. No safety help over the top. Had an opportunity. Look back to the middle. Good completion there. But we're commentators. We're supposed to point out what she could have done better. That's our job.
Yep.
That rolls over to the left, comes back to the right. Staples is there. Cuts back into the middle again, trying to get a block. He does get it rolling around. All of his receivers are in the end zone. Going to push up, take off, and run. He's going to cross the 15, cut back outside. Going to get across to the 10.
Couldn't sprint. Oh.
I think he ran out. If he had sprint, we were talking about the Raiders' first score of the half. It would have been the first score of the half. But a really good decision there by Snipe. Snap. Fake handoff, rolls right, comes back left, working his way over toward the left side, cuts back toward the right
the
side.
end zone is just
got a couple
completely
receivers.
flooded.
Yep. Oh,
He's got a man on the right.
Cross.
Oh, he's
Threw it back
gonna
across.
throw it.
And it's going to be intercepted by Marlowe.
Marlowe
And
with
she
the
is coming
pick.
down the sideline. Needs to sprint. Not sprinting. Might have been out of it.
I don't think she
Again,
cared.
it's
I don't
just
think she cared about the sprint. She
Yeah.
got it out of the end zone,
I would have
kept the
sprinting.
Raiders from scoring.
Your
I mean,
fat butt chugging, hitting it down the sideline. But no, yeah, I mean, we saw the same thing. Moment he turns, throws it back across the field it's really missed chances by the Raiders. You know, a couple plays
Bounce
before had
that
Jazzy was
Ike.
going to cut up wide open for a touchdown. Right there, if would have went to the right sideline instead of the left side of the field, we're talking about a touchdown for the Raiders right there because, and Tom, you saw it the same moment that I did.
Yep.
Receiver got wide open. Ball's going to go deep up. It's going to be 3-on-2, and it is going to be caught by Dex. Steps out of bounds.
Fantastic catch.
I mean, they're just making the plays. That's it right there. We've seen the Raiders receivers be very passive a lot in tonight's game, resulting in a good many of these interceptions, not attacking the ball in the air. Cannot say the same for the Mustangs. They must have heard us at halftime. They came out and said, we're going to start making some plays. The Mustangs just poured it on.
Bounce that Ike.
3 minutes, 45 seconds. Blaze steps up. Tackled by Aria, loses a yard.
And I mean, you got 3 minutes, 35 seconds. Pretty much all the Mustangs need to do right now is just hold on to the ball. Just run the clock down.
I mean, even if they could throw an interception here.
Down that Ike.
We're talking about.
Blaze rolls to the right.
That
Nice block
tuning
there
that up.
from Jace and there's the
Nice
pick.
interception by Snipe. Saw it. A little bit.
Snipe sprint.
I think Marlowe was the intended receiver there. Kind of wiggled out of the way of it, and Snipe was standing right there waiting for it. Really good job there. Cat comes down with the tackle. So the Raiders go back on offense here, and this is a good thing too because the Raiders have this. This is where they've struggled. Really struggled. They've been beaten on one-on-ones, and a lot of that. Some of it's luck, some of it's skill. But the offense and the ability to move the football is what they really need to work on. Good comeback route. They did a really good job. They spread the field out with their receivers. They came back down in the seams. Good job there by Snipe to find Jazzy coming down the right hash.
Down set.
Really like to see the Raiders get. Not going to step up, going to drop back. Veronica with instant pressure, work his way to the right, throws the ball across the field, overthrown though into the hands of Blaze. And Michael, with the tackle, was the intended receiver, but it was a little high and a little far out in front, and the Mustangs just continue to get the ball off of the Raiders' mistakes.
Down that Ike.
Blaze back out in the shotgun. 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Snap. Rolls to the right, steps up, has got room to roll, going to cross the 40 to the 45, cut outside to the 50, cross it to the 49. Tom just died a little bit and gets tackled. 16-yard pickup. Psych on the tackle. Blaze Vela on the run. Stepped up. There he goes again. 3 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Approaching the 2-minute warning here in this ball game. The end is near, ladies and gentlemen. Mustangs are closing in on their 2-0 record. So in conference, leave them tied with the Titans. Top. 2-minute warning. 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Bex, Mikey, and Staples on the left side. And Marlowe, your receivers to the right. Veronica, Cat, and Jace having done a great job here in the second half, giving Blaze the time that he needs. Blaze cuts to the left, cuts back to the right, gets around Aria, pushing his way up, throws it short, comeback route, out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Minute and 50 seconds. Second down. Same as the last play. On the left side, 2 on the right side.
Down that
Time here, clock is not running after the incomplete pass. Snap, rolls to the left, gets to the hash, works to the numbers, steps up. Billy's right there, closes it down, loss of 2 yards. They're down in 12. Minute 40, and the clock is rolling. 3rd and 12. Ball will just be chunked up here. They're approaching a minute and a half left in the ball game. Mustangs explode in the second half. 35-7 right now.
down
Minute 23 and
Ike.
counting. Ball game. Snap. Goes to the right. Hits the hash. It's back inside to the middle. Works his way across. Tries to throw it. Taken down by Aria. This is 12 yards. Now, if
Looks
I
like
was
we're
the
going to get maybe
Raiders-
about one or two more, probably two more plays at
Yeah,
a
if I
minimum
was-
out of
if
the
I was
ball
the
game.
Raiders, I believe I would have called a timeout there, not to do anything, but just so I can get the ball back with a minute and a half, minute.
Try and do something.
Just to give my offense an opportunity. I know maybe you're ready for the game to be over, but you're on the big stage. You struggled. Just use your time. If you throw another pick, what's it matter? The ball
Right.
game is over.
Down.
So just call the
Set.
timeout. Get
Pike.
your offense back out there. Say, okay, guys, let's end this game on a positive note. Work the ball down the field. Find a way to score. We're gonna get the ball back. Snipe works his way up the sides. Got a good little room to run. Cuts outside. Gonna hit the side to the 40, to the 45, to the 50, to the 45 again. Drops back. Cuts through. Stumbles. Keeps moving to the 45-yard line. 21 seconds to go. Picks up 37 yards on the punt return. Really, really good job there by Snipe, finding his way, weaving through the defense. Really great return. 37 yards to the 45-yard line. 21
Down,
seconds.
set,
They, of
hike.
course, have their timeouts. I would utilize them if I don't score just to keep the offense rolling.
I
Mike's
agree.
going to push this ball down the field, though. Dancing around, pushes out to the left side, throws it up. It's going to be 2-on-2, and it is caught by Jazzy. Call a timeout. Call a
Timeout,
timeout.
guys.
Raiders.
This is
Call a
when you call the
timeout. Call
timeout.
a timeout. Call a timeout. Call a timeout. Call a timeout. Good Lord. 1 second left to go, so this will be the final play. I mean, it would have only been one play to go anyways, but I was sitting there like, come on, don't let it run. Don't let it run. Don't let it run. Don't let it run. Looks like, I was about to say, looks like they went to 5 minutes on the play clock. On the clock now they've 0 seconds. So this will be the final
We're
play in
ready.
the game, regardless of how this turns out. So, good opportunity here for the Raiders to end the game on a positive note. 3 receivers going to be on the right side of the formation. 2 receivers going to be on the left. Syke and Jazzy are your receivers on the left. Mike, Ozzy Diego
We're
to
ready.
your
Okay,
Mustangs
just one
already.
second. We're trying to get.
Side.
Okay.
Snipe along in the backfield.
There we go.
Billy,
8 seconds back on the clock now.
Billy, Aria, and Cheese
Down,
are your
set,
line.
hike.
Ball is in play. There's a snap rolling right.
Got a receiver open. Didn't take the shot.
Got a receiver left hand side. There's a throw and a miss. This is when you call another timeout.
And no, I mean it should have stopped with a couple of seconds. Clock kept running after it was done. I mean, not that it matters, but if I was the Raiders, I might would ask for.
I would be too. I'd want that extra 1 or 2 seconds just to go ahead and try. You march down this far. Oh, nope. I see people teleporting out. So that is the end of the game. Final
Congratulations.
score.
Yep.
Absolutely. Fantastic job by the Mustangs coming out after second half and exploding on the field. Sounded dirty, didn't it?
Well, we're being told they were going to be given the final play, but the entire team decided to TP out instead of getting the final play. So the refs were going to allow it to be as it should have been. 1 or 2 seconds left to go when the ball went out of bounds. But the Raiders left instead. So,
well,
in any case, congratulations once again to the Mustangs, moving to 2-0. On the season,
Absolutely.
2-0 in conference as well. Really, really big game. We talked about it on the Pulse. I said, the Mustangs through the preseason, this is the team I expect a lot from. I was waiting to see it come together. I'm seeing it all come together. Blazing at quarterback, offensive line did good. Fought through adversity early, came out on top, 35-7, and really just a dominating game. The Raiders had chances early, but when the Mustangs started to get it going, the Raiders, it was just, when the Raiders go back and watch this game, it's just going to be a game of mistakes for them. They had missed opportunities. They had open receivers they were unable to hit. But at the end of the day, really good job by the Mustangs to do what they needed to do to keep themselves at the top of the conference with the Raiders go back and Titans. Watch this game, it's just going to be we will run through our post-game ads and any final thoughts, and then we'll wrap her up. LTD Love to Decorate is a bi-monthly home and garden magazine, a monthly event, and of course the LTD website where you can get all information relating to home and garden. They are the #1 resource for home and garden. They showcase all the amazing home and garden talents such as designers, photographers, and stylists. LTD is an Avi Choice Award winner for Best Home and Garden Website, and vinyls inspired by a messy combination of hipster classic rock and whimsical imagings with a dash of geek mixed in. You find high quality 100% original handmade mesh clothing and accessories for women, men, and unisex. Logolepsy is a fascination or obsession with words. Logolepsy is bringing you your favorite quotes and song lyrics to SL in a new artistic way. Logolepsy also makes posters, flyers, and invitations for your next big event. And rounding it out, VR Sporting Goods, for custom gloves to standard gloves, face paint, and more. VR Sporting Goods has football gear for your next big game in the UFL. And that wraps up the ad. So, Tom, Mustangs winners here. Any final thoughts before we send these Mustangs fans home happy?
I mean, just a fantastic game. I missed the first few minutes of it, but it definitely, as I said before and during this broadcast, it is definitely a game of picks, and that is what really, I think it really killed the Raiders on this. Just trying to force plays and force those catches to happen there in the deep middle, and I really think that's what completely put them out of the ball game. So, and not taking away anything from the Mustangs. Mustangs played a fantastic and phenomenal job. They were in the right spot at the right time. They came out after halftime with a very set determination to widen that gap against the Raiders. They held onto the ball, marched up the field, dominated the second half, and everybody should. I mean, if you were out here cheering for the Mustangs, you should be absolutely proud. I know I am. It's really nice to see this team coming together.
Congratulations again to the Mustangs. So that wraps up week 2, ladies and gentlemen, of the UFL. Join us next week, kicking it off on Friday. The Cowboys will be playing the Broncos, so me and Tom will be on the field. Saturday, early game, double headers on Saturdays and Sundays. We have the Seahawks at the Warriors. Going to be a great game. That's at 4 p.m. At 7 p.m., Bulldogs and Titans. Sunday, 4 p.m., Raiders Huskies. 7 p.m., Mustangs Cobras. And then Monday, rounding out week 3, will be the Patriots against the Buccaneers. So come and join us here at the UFL field. He is Tom Box. Thank you, Jared, for streaming for us. I am Matt Asadar. We will see you guys next week. Also, remember, Power Ranking Show Wednesday, and come and watch The Pulse here live Thursdays at 5. See you later.
Have a good night, everybody.